In case you're wondering what the heck I'm doing out here in this wagon of corn, I came out here to retrieve my my drone. Yeah, my drone's in a wagon of corn. I was flying, doing great stuff, having a good time, enjoying myself, doing all those things that I want to do, and I hit down instead of up, and this is where it ended up. It seems to be okay at this point. I don't know. We're going to have to test it out in a little while. Another day of silly stuff, good stuff, great stuff, but silly stuff. I don't remember the last time I was in a hay wagon or a corn wagon, but I am. This is from the Braun Farm. I'm going to have to ask him what he intends for this. I imagine it's going to be ending up somewhere in a hog pen somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. I've been in a wagon like this once before. It wasn't a wagon of corn cobs, it was a wagon of corn, and it was right back over there. That's an interesting story. Once I get to a spot where I'm not in a hay wagon, I'll tell you the story. It's kind of scary, kind of good at the same time, but it is what it is. All right, let's see what I can do here to get out of here. I'm going to change batteries. I don't want this to happen today what happened yesterday. I'll be back after I change batteries. Yesterday I died in the middle of a video, so batteries switched. I've been shooting a lot from the farm. I shot the video earlier. You probably saw it at the beginning of this. Hopefully you saw it at the beginning of this. I did overexpose that, and I had to make some correction. I have no idea what it's going to look like now because I haven't edited it yet, but I will. We'll see what it looks like. I want to continue the story about the day I was in the corn wagon. It was a number of years ago. It was Kevin and his crew were harvesting corn on the Braun Farm. They had several wagons of corn. We're getting ready to bring the combine over to empty its hopper into another wagon. I wanted to get into the one wagon, shoot corn inside one wagon with Kevin coming up with the combine in another wagon. So I tossed my gear on the ground right behind the wagon that we were on. I carried just one camera, crawled up in the wagon with my Nikon and the 14 to 24. I think that's what I was carrying at the time. So I climbed up in the wagon and I'm shooting pictures, and he's bringing the combine in off to my right, and there's a wagon off to my right, and I'm standing up in the corn and everything's going fine. Then I realized that his other tractor is pulling up behind where I'm standing. They're pulling up to hitch onto the wagon that I'm standing in. Not a big deal. They can see me up there. They're not going to go driving off with me in the wagon. The big problem is my cameras are on the ground, right by the hitch, and that's where their tractor's going to go. So I'm standing there going, nothing I can do. It's too loud to scream, too much noise to holler. No one would hear me. I'm just going to have to let it go and crawl down and see what the heck happened. I stopped. I crawled down. I looked at Kevin and I said, "You just ran over my cameras." And he said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, somebody who was driving the tractor just backed over where my cameras were." He went, "Oh my God, I can't believe that." We looked, and we couldn't believe what we saw. The tractor has tandem wheels. That is, there's two on each side, two on the right, two on the left, and the tractor wheels had lined up perfect right across my cameras. My bags, my camera, my lenses were sitting perfectly between the two sets of tires. Well, between the set of two tires. Untouched, unharmed. I went home and played the lottery that day. It didn't win. I figured I'd already won the lottery by not having my cameras driven over by Kevin's tractor. Turned out to be a pretty good day. Got a couple of nice pictures. I'll see if I can find those. I'm not sure where they are. I didn't shoot any pictures of my cameras being almost run over by a tractor. I probably should have, but I was just so grateful to retrieve them to make sure that they really weren't hurt, that I didn't make any photographs of it. All right, well, I've had good pictures today. They're harvesting corn. I did get a couple of pictures with the drone. Did crash it, as I mentioned. I crashed it into the wagon. I did shoot some more stuff later on. I didn't shoot a lot with my big cameras because I was trying to get something different. I don't think I shot anything with the phone. He didn't have a lot to do after he'd started the second batch because he had the wagon was already 2/3 full. So once he filled it, he left. He said it'll be a couple hours before he comes back. I'm probably going to go home and take off my dirty shoes, my dirty pants, and clean up a little bit. I don't think I'm going to put back on clean pants and clean shoes and go back out and get dirty again. I'm probably pretty much done for the day. It's not something I've got to do again. He'll probably get most of it done today. I should probably come back just to get more, but at the same time, I got a couple of nice pictures today. I'll take a look at it when I get home while I'm changing clothes. If I don't like it, I'll come back out. It's that simple. All right? I'll be back in a minute.